New data on the asteroid Apophis worries scientists, and NASA warns. The asteroid Apophis could change its orbit in 2029 and hit the Earth 7 years later. Right now, the governments and space agencies of this world are building a joint planetary defense. We need to be prepared, because even if Apophis misses us this time, it is only a matter of time before the next space rock appears on our doorstep. Diary of a Global Catastrophe. June 2004, the discovery. A seemingly ordinary day in the astronomical world took a dramatic turn when researchers at the Kitt Peak Observatory spotted an unusually bright blip in the night sky. The asteroid, officially named 99942 Apophis, was quickly classified as one of the most dangerous near-Earth objects ever observed. Even the first calculation of its trajectory took the scientists' breath away. An impact in 2029 could not be ruled out. For the first time in the history of modern humanity, we were confronted with the apocalypse from space. This is no ordinary rock in space, said a concerned scientist in one initial statement. With a diameter of about 340 meters and a mass of over 27 million tons, an asteroid impact would release the energy of 65,000 Hiroshima bombs. July 2004, first warnings. Meticulous analysis of all data on the asteroid triggered further panic. The probability of an impact was set at an alarming 2.7%. This was the highest value ever published on the Turin scale, which rates the impact risk of asteroids. Apophis reached a value of 4. Such a high value has never before been assigned to a celestial body. The Turin scale ranges from 0 to 10. Values from 0 to 2 indicate minimal danger, while values from 4 signal a real threat. A value of 10 describes an event that means global destruction. Once the report was official, the media responded quickly. Headlines such as "Apophis, the asteroid of doom," or "Is this the end of humanity?" dominated the global news for weeks. Governments set up crisis teams, while different groups and religious extremists prophesied the end of the world. 2005, all clear? In the summer of 2005, the first relieving news came. More precise calculations, supported by new data, showed that Apophis would most likely fly past the Earth in 2029. The asteroid would pass at a distance of about 31,000 kilometers, closer than geostationary satellites, which are at around 36,000 kilometers. But the danger was not completely averted. Experts warned the flyby in 2029 could change the trajectory of Apophis. If the asteroid passes through a narrow area of space, its orbit could undergo a dramatic change. This so-called gravitational keyhole is small. The probability of Apophis hitting the area is even smaller, but we cannot completely rule it out until we know for sure what path the asteroid will take in 2029. If the unthinkable were to happen, the asteroid would be put on a course that would result in an impact in 2036. Since then, NASA and the governments of the world have been preparing. We cannot just sit back and wait. We have to arm ourselves now and develop a global defense strategy. Apophis is not alone. Hundreds of asteroids can threaten the Earth. The day will come when one of these space projectiles will impact the Earth, and we as a species cannot just stand by and watch. We are now too advanced for that. Missions like DART or the OSIRIS probe show that we are able to defend ourselves. But we need time and experience. In an emergency, a defense must happen in time and safely. If Apophis remains on a collision course in 2029, it will take 7 years. April 2029, the day of the flyby. What will really happen on April 13th, 2029? This day, which is bleakly a Friday, will become a fateful day. Millions of people worldwide will look up at the sky, knowing that a 340-meter-wide rock will decide the fate of us all. Apophis will shine as brightly as a star in the night sky. Even amateur astronomers will be able to see the threat with the naked eye. The colossal asteroid will race past the Earth at a speed of 30,000 kilometers per hour. During this time, Astronomers will direct the most powerful telescopes and radar systems at the object. The flyby is not just a visual spectacle. Being able to study Apophis up close offers a unique opportunity to examine the asteroid more closely. Any information can help us in the event of a necessary defense. We need to know everything about the asteroid's composition and structure. NASA and ESA are considering sending probes to Apophis to measure and observe it in detail. The OSIRIS APEX mission is currently on its way to Apophis. The probe, which has already collected samples from the asteroid Bennu, will bring rock samples back from Apophis to Earth in a few years. In April 2029, we will know for sure whether Apophis has passed through the gravitational keyhole. The latest orbit calculations will then determine whether we will have to deal with another spectacular flyby in 2036, or whether we will have to actively save our planet. May 2029, relief and yet concern. In May 2029, the most reliable new calculations will be available. If Apophis has hit the keyhole, preparations will begin that humanity has never seen before. International crisis teams made up of politicians and scientists will work out the defense. Engineers will construct probes, and within 7 years, we should be able to push the asteroid out of its orbit. That this is possible was demonstrated by NASA's DART test, which successfully pushed the mini-asteroid Dimorphos out of its orbit. The test went so well that NASA is now confident that it can build a probe that can push a chunk like Apophis far enough to fly past the Earth again. If Apophis misses the keyhole, the probability of an impact in 2036 remains at less than 0.002%. Scientists will then officially declare the danger averted, for the time being. Apophis will continue to pass dangerously close to Earth over the next 100 years, and the theoretical danger remains. Critical voices say, this is a warning. We were lucky, but next time we might not be. Apophis has drawn the world's attention to the threat posed by near-Earth objects. 2036, the threat returns. If Apophis missed the keyhole, a similar spectacle to that of 2029 will occur in 2036. Apophis will glow in the night sky for a few weeks and then disappear. Once again, millions of people will look up at the sky, and astronomers will continue to collect data with their telescopes. If Apophis hits the keyhole, 2 scenarios are possible. Either we have successfully pushed an asteroid out of its impact path for the first time in human history, either we have shot it with a probe similar to DART, or we have towed it with probes. Both tactics are currently considered to be the most promising. Then we Earthlings will be proud of our scientists, the thousands of engineers and technicians who were involved in this miracle, and we will be proud that we were able to defend ourselves successfully. If our defense attempts were unsuccessful for some reason, disaster could strike. Apophis will not destroy the Earth. An asteroid or comet is not capable of that. However, chunks the size of Apophis could trigger a global catastrophe. The destruction would initially be regional, but if the chunk hits water, a huge tsunami would endanger the coastal regions of the entire Earth. An impact on the Earth's crust would cause earthquakes worldwide. Crisis areas such as the San Andreas Fault could split open. Eruptions of supervolcanoes such as Yellowstone or the Phlegraean Fields in southern Italy would be possible. Rock and dust hurled kilometers into the atmosphere would dramatically change our climate. We could experience a long darkness, unusual cold spells, and worldwide crop failures. The consequences would be hunger, crises, and possibly wars among people over resources. 60 million years ago, an asteroid with a diameter of around 15 kilometers hit the Earth. It created a huge crater off the coast of present-day Mexico and destroyed the Earth's surface so dramatically that it caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. At 340 meters, Apophis would not be able to destroy humanity, but it would cause us great hardship in the event of an impact. Our species is extremely sensitive due to the high level of technology and dependence on electricity and other utilities. We have also not yet mastered the global, peaceful organization of people. A disaster like an asteroid impact could put our community to an extreme test. The scientific community continues to vehemently demand the development of technologies to repel dangerous asteroids. Concepts such as diverting an asteroid using kinetic impacts or laser beams are currently being further developed. Many of these ideas are still in their infancy. 2068, a glimpse into the future. Just because humanity has survived Apophis doesn't mean the danger is over. Apophis was a wake-up call and may have become a crucial test. The asteroid taught us that the cosmos is not only a place full of beauty, but also full of dangers. Even if Apophis has spared us, the danger remains. Every day, a new asteroid could be discovered that is far larger and more dangerous than Apophis. One thing is certain, we humans take the wake-up call seriously. By 2068, we could already have a secure planetary asteroid defense system. By that time, NASA will already have an arsenal of probes that can be launched immediately in an emergency and directed towards a threatening asteroid. In this fictitious future, we may not only have dozens of probes like DART, but also high-tech towing probes that simply dock with an asteroid and redirect it to a different orbit. The asteroid defense could bring nations together. NASA is not the only organization to have developed ingenious strategies. Japanese probes are also involved in asteroid research. The sophisticated Japanese technology is already revolutionizing the exploration and development of the moon. India is also becoming a force to be reckoned with in space travel, as is China. The ESA has landed a probe on an asteroid and is planning further missions. In the not-too-distant future, laser technology could have developed to such an extent that we will have a network of high-power lasers on the highest mountains of the world. 3, 5, or even 10 of these lasers could combine in Earth orbit to form a powerful beam and incinerate asteroids before they can pose a danger to us. The question remains as to whether the danger is really averted. Experts warn that even the best technologies cannot protect us from smaller asteroids that simply slip through the safety net. The Chelyabinsk asteroid emerged out of nowhere at around 9:20 a.m. local time on February 15, 2013. It exploded in the atmosphere, and the shockwave destroyed the windows of many houses in the Russian city. The flying glass injured thousands of people, and the shock ran deep. Subscribe to the channel now. We are constantly publishing new, exciting videos.